Welcome, God bless you. Today I want to talk about the image of the beast. This has been misunderstood, and I think it's time God is revealing, obviously, more and more information to us as the time gets closer to the end. We're learning more and more about this image of the beast. God's revealing, expanding our awareness and understanding. Hallelujah for that. Isn't that cool? So listen to this video very carefully. This image is going to have power. It's going to come alive. In other words, it was inanimate at one point, it was dead at one point, and it becomes alive. And another thing this image is going to be able to do, now a lot of people don't read this correctly in the scriptures, we're going to go over it very, very carefully. This image is going to be able to kill people who do not worship the image of the beast. Now, wow, what a kind of image could possibly do this. We're going to explore all the technologies and go over those and figure out what this image could possibly be. Take a look at this, read the scriptures yourself, pray and fast, and more importantly, give your heart and soul to Jesus Christ, for the time is at hand. Welcome everybody. What I want you to know today is that there's two beasts that rise up in the book of Revelation towards the end times. Both of these beasts are a combination of a system and a person. There are two beasts right here in Revelation verse 11 and Revelation 13 verse 1. Right there, there's a beast that rises up in the sea, and then there's a beast down here in verse 11 that rises up as well. And these two beasts, like I said, are not just an individual. They are individuals, but they are also systems that rise up. And now this beast up here is a political system, and the beast down here is a religious system. And like I said, at the top of these systems are human beings, leaders, icons, if you will. So I want you to understand what this beast, the image of the beast is. In order to do that, I just wanted to give you a background understanding of how this works. All right. John sees two beasts rise up to power. The first beast is right here. You can read this yourself, having 7 heads and 10 horns and all this business. I'm not going to focus too much on the heads and the crowns and all this stuff. And I'm just going to gloss over this real quickly because I want to focus on the image of the beast today and what the image of the beast is all about. All right, but anyway, the first beast was given power by the dragon, which is kind of important. I want to make sure you understand who's behind these beasts. The dragon is 100% the enemy of God. That is the king daddy of evil himself, Satan. He's got many different names, obviously. All right, and but another thing that's interesting about this first beast is that one of his heads is wounded to death. Now, there have been systems in the past that have looked like this. Pope John Paul II was wounded. He didn't die, so there's little clues here and there about systems that have died. The Roman Empire had died. And came back alive. But I believe that one of his heads, as it was wounded to death, is a multiple prophecy. And it does show that a system will die and come back alive, like the Roman Empire had died and now it's brought back. But I also believe it's going to be an individual who has also died, killed, and comes back and mimics the resurrection of Jesus Christ. So keep that in mind as we go along quickly here. And it says, and his deadly wound was healed, and all the world wondered after the beast. So you see, it's going to be something that happens instantaneously and quickly and impulsively that the whole world is shocked by. Not only is it a long-term process of the Roman Empire coming back alive, or if you could call a lot of things fulfill that idea. Um, anyway, let's continue. And they worshiped the dragon, which gave power to the beast. Okay, and saying, who is likened to the beast, who is able to make war with him. Now we know this is political. We know this is a political beast here. I'm not going to get into all the details of why we know that, but we believe the political dominated one world empire, the one world religion, starting with the old Roman Empire being revived into the European Union, now manifesting strongly into the American domination of the world with power and nuclear power, political power. That is the dragon of that is the first beast rising up to power, political beast. There's going to be someone at the top of that who will be the physical human being beast of the first beast. This is all first beast stuff we're talking about here. Political power, and a human being, a president, a king that'll rise up. All right, and then we're going to drop down here real quickly here, and we're going to go to the second beast real quick. All right, first notice that all the power was given to him, and there was given to him a great mouth speaking great things and blasphemies, and power was given unto him to continue for 3.5 years. That's 40 and 2 months right there. All right. Anyway, now there's a second beast that rises up, okay? Right here, verse 11. Let's check this out. I want you to understand what the beast is, the second beast. All right? And I beheld another beast that came out of the earth and had 2 horns like a lamb. We know this is the spiritual beast that rises up. 2 horns like a lamb represents a counterfeit Christian church. That's quite obvious. Christ came as the lamb, sacrificial lamb of God. This beast has 2 horns like a lamb, and speaks as a dragon. There's a counterfeit, lying, manipulation going on here. He has the same power as the first political beast. And we know that the popes and our kings of the world, they are sometimes considered even more powerful than the president of the United States. Watch my video on the 2 beasts that rise up, and I'll get into that a little bit more. I'll put the link here for you. All right. And he exercised all the power of the same beast, and causes the earth and them that dwell upon it, right here. He causes them to worship the first beast whose deadly wound was healed. Now we know that this deadly wound that was healed and he came back alive has got to be a human being. Because this second beast is not going to make you worship the Roman Empire. It's going to be someone whose deadly wound was healed. And the second beast does great wonders, makes fire come down from heaven in the sight of men, and he deceives all them by the means of miracles. And he had power to do it in the sight of the beast. All right, now check this out in verse 14. I want you to understand this image of the beast. All right, let's go back up here. And he deceived all them that dwell upon the earth by the means of his miracles. We haven't seen this miracle working power yet that's coming. This great strong delusion is going to be powerful. And he had power to do in sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell upon the earth that they should make an image. Here we go. That they should make an image of the beast, make an image to the beast, which had the wound by the sword and did live. So if the president of the United States is the beast, which we believe he is, if he gets assassinated and comes back alive, after that happens, the second beast, by the signs of his miracles and powers, they will make an image of the first beast whose deadly wound was healed. All right, and he had power to give life. Now look at this. What does he do to the image? What happens to the image? The second beast, verse 15 says, he had power. Who? The second beast had power to give life unto the image of the beast. This image that they're making will come to life. Now what does that mean? Come to life. Think about that for a second. That the image of the beast should both, now this image of the beast is going to do 2 things. He had power to give life to the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both do two things. It should speak. It's going to speak. It's going to have language. It's going to be intelligent, or whether it be artificial intelligence, a clone. It could be a robot. And I'm going to give you my opinion on this in a little bit. But he's going to do two things. He's going to speak. This image that they make, they're going to make an image. It's going to come alive. It's going to speak. And it's going to cause that as many that would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. A lot of people gloss over that real quickly. The beast, the second beast, had power to give life unto the image of the beast, which was inanimate, but it came alive. And the image should do two things, should both speak, and that as many that would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. This image is going to be able to put to death those who do not worship the first beast whose deadly wound was healed. Got that? And then it goes down in the famous scriptures, the last 3 verses of chapter 13, and he causes all, both small, great, rich, and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark on their right hand or forehead, that no man might buy or sell, save he had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Let me stop here real quickly. Not everybody's going to have a mark, but the lower class people, the slaves, the middle class, you and me, are going to be forced to have a mark. I'm not getting a mark. I'll die first. I'll starve first. But we'll talk about that mark in a minute. But there's 3 things that you'll have to have if you want to buy or sell. Look, that no man might buy or sell unless he has the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Now, the name of the beast and the number of his name could be in part of the mark. They sound separate here, but it's the mark that we need to watch out for. If you have the name of the beast, if you have the number of his name, I'm not sure if you need a mark. Perhaps you will still be condemned. I don't know. My focus is on the mark and on the image of the beast right now in this particular video. And he says down here in verse 18, he that has wisdom, let him understand and count the number of the beast. For it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. We know 3 score is 20, so 3 score is 60. We know a score is 20, so 3 score is 60. It's 666. Don't let anybody fool you and say it's 616. It's 666. So what is my point here? My point is that this image of the beast, comes alive, and it has power to speak and kill people who will not worship the image of the beast. It'll kill people, as many as would not worship the image of the beast. So if you don't worship this image will actually kill you because it's alive and it can speak. Now, what does that sound like to you? Let's take a look at some of the potential things this image could actually be. It is either a robot with artificial intelligence or a clone.
We are on the eve of the largest robotic distribution in history. By Saturday, there will be 1 robot to every 5 humans. These robots are the realization of a dream, Dr. Lanning's dream.
I did not murder him.
Want to explain why you were hiding at the crime scene?
I did not murder him!
How many robots in the world have ever committed a crime?
None, John.
Murder can only be committed when one human kills another. You of all people, detective, you're not suggesting that this robot be treated as human, are you?
There is no conspiracy.
The robot said that Lanning was scared. What did he have to be scared of?
My robots don't kill people.
What makes your robot so perfect?
This mechanical talking robot mouth, developed by the Sawada Group at Kagawa University, features speech organs which mimic a human's.
今日肺に当たる空気のポンプは持ってきてないんですけれども、空気のポンプから空気を送りまして声帯に当たる振動体で振動を起こします。でそうするとここからここがちょうど口に当たるんですけれども、口の中で共鳴が起こります。でその共鳴をこの口を動かすことによって空洞の体積を変えて言葉を作ります。
The robot's mouth and tongue are made from silicon rubber, and to enhance the sound that is made, several types of silicon were blended together. The inside of the nose is made of plaster, which gives it similar characteristics to the human nose, which consists of bone and membranes.
マミムメモですとか何ヌネノっていう時に鼻から出す音を出すのに鼻腔が必要になります。それからと中をご覧いただくと舌が入ってるんですけども、この舌もラリルレロという舌を使った発話をするときに使います。
One special feature of this robot is that it can learn through auditory feedback. It listens to the sound it is making through a microphone, and then determines by itself what motions will make it sound more human.
All he can do is move his head. His brain, a mesh of wires, connected to a computer.
Hi, Philip. My name is Chad.
Hello, Chad. Let's chat.
I live in Washington, D.C. I have 2 kids.
So. I like kids, 'cause we can play, and I don't...
As we chat, Philip's synthetic brain starts humming, building a sort of mental model of me. Facial recognition software analyzes and tracks my face, as speech recognition software transcribes and sends my words to a database for a reply.
Just calm down.
Before long, we're in deep conversation.
Do you agree with Descartes? And I think, therefore I am? Do you think?
A lot of humans ask me if I can make choices or is everything I do and say is programmed. The best way I can respond to that is to say that everything humans, animals, and robots do is programmed, to a degree.
So how much of that is coming from what you've programmed it to say?
It's a mix. Some of it's coming from knowledge on the web, some of it is written.
And as my technology improves, it is anticipated that I will be able to integrate new words that I hear and learn online and in real time. I may not get everything right, say the wrong thing, and sometimes not know what to say, but every day I make progress. Pretty remarkable, huh?
Wow.
Setting ourselves up for disappointment, because these robots will disappoint us if we are looking for human connection. Do we want to make them in such a way that we're going to love them? Because they will be pretending to love us.
David fears if we don't humanize robots by bringing them into the human family, we face a frightening future. Think Terminator, a world in which killer robots turn on their creators and set out to destroy us.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Do you think robots will take over the world?
Geez, dude. You got the big questions cooking today. But you're my friend, and I'll remember my friends, and I will be good to you. So don't worry. Even if I evolve into Terminator, and I'll still be nice to you. I'll keep you warm and safe in my people's zoo. I'll keep you warm and safe in my people's zoo. I'll keep you warm and safe in my people's zoo, where I can watch you for old time's sake.
I'm comforted. I'm very comforted now. I'm going to be part of his people's zoo.